Hi friends, welcome back to the Divine Feminine Energy channel. My name is Lynn, and on this channel, I'm helping people step into their power. We talk about all things related to our feminine energy, manifestation, occultism, and more. So if that's something you're interested in, please keep watching. Today's video is sponsored by by Diva, who decided after I set everything up that she is going to be in the video. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how you can really reinvent yourself and shift your reality, and I'm going to walk you through some amazing steps to take, which will allow you to take that quantum leap. So you may find yourself at a point in your life where your current reality isn't necessarily aligning anymore with what you are envisioning for yourself. And that is actually such a powerful point to be at, because something to remember is that the spiritual energy shifts before the physical energy. So often before we're entering our quote unquote new reality in our physical realm, we might already kind of feel that shift happening for us on a spiritual level. So we're already kind of shedding our old life, our old identities, but maybe the physical life hasn't fully shifted into what we now feel that our spirits are starting to embody. So the first step that you want to take in order to co-create this dream reality of yours with the universe is to get clear on what it is that you want, or what it is that you're feeling, that your spirit is craving. Because when you can align your mind and your physical body with what your spirit is craving, you can create a beautiful alignment for you to start leaping and co-creating that with the universe. A step that I personally take when I'm doing this work on shifting my reality is that I'll start with writing down what it exactly is in as much detail as I possibly can that I want to shift into. In order to do this, I would advise you make a column, whether on pen and paper or whether you do it on like a Google Drive, and you go from career, money, physical body, health, friendships, romantic relationships. And you may even write down your current reality and give gratitude for your current reality, because the trick to manifesting is not to feel lack in your current reality. It's actually to give a lot of love to your current reality and gratitude. So even if you're writing things down in your current reality, try to feel gratitude for it. Try to acknowledge the things that you're grateful for, because if you're going to try to manifest from this lack of like, in my current reality, I don't have, or I'm bad at, or use those types of words, you're shifting your energy into lack. So try and look at the blessings you have in your current reality, write your current reality down so you're aware of it, and then write your dream reality in a different column. So it's like you get to have a little bit of an overview, but without making yourself feel bad for it. So after you write down what it is that you want these things to look like, you need to get into the energy of feeling this new reality. How does it make you feel when you're that business owner? How does that make you feel? So emotions is literally energy in motion. So when you get to embody and feel something, that's when you can kind of start really manifesting it. So by writing it down, that's the first step, right? Like you're getting clear on what it is that you want. Then the second step is to actually start visualizing it, to start with seeing it, feeling it, and starting to embody that new dream reality. There are multiple ways to go about visualizing. Some people just have naturally very vivid imagination, and it comes very easily to them to just continue to daydream and visualize about the things that they want. But be aware, because visualization is such a powerful tool, that you want to try to make sure that you're visualizing the things that you want. And that's not to scare you off, because I think it's extremely human and normal that sometimes, we visualize, we think about things that we don't want. And your energy is not then right away going to shift into a horrible reality. Your dominant thoughts, your dominant visualizations, they can shift your physical reality. Things that you can do to allow yourself to shift into that more dominant visualization of success, of romance, or your dream physical body is to bring those visuals to you. So what can you do? Like, you can make a vision board. So you're constantly seeing that vision of you succeeding in front of you because it's on your vision board and you're just putting it in a place where you're looking at it a lot. Another thing you can do is to be very mindful of the things that you're consuming as well visually when it comes to you trying to manifest this new reality for yourself. So make sure that you're not just consuming things mindlessly, and actually making sure those things that you're consuming are aligning with your visual reality that you want to shift into can really help you embody that reality more. And the more you can embody the reality that you're seeking, the more you can up your frequency to match with that frequency of your desired reality. Something that you can do after you've written down all these things that you want to shift into, you're getting more clear on your current reality and you're getting very clear on your dream reality. You have to write down at least one step for every box that you wrote about. So romance, career, and money. And take one step, what you can do in your current reality right now to work towards that dream reality. Because active, like quantum leaping, reality changing, reality shifting, it doesn't just come from your feminine energy. It doesn't just come from, I'm writing it down, I'm feeling it, I'm visualizing it. There is that component of you needing to bring in that balance of your feminine energy, who can feel it, who can believe it, who can see it, and then your masculine energy, who can take action upon it. And often when we step into this energy of really feeling our dream reality, what happens is we're creating inspired actions. So, for example, I continue to visualize myself as a person with very clear skin and whatever body type I might desire, right? That may be something that's up on my manifestation list. What may happen, because I keep visualizing it and I keep seeing it, is that I start getting these inspired actions to go to the gym more, or to buy a certain product, or to wash my face in a different way than I currently have been doing. And that kind of intuitive nudges to take action, that's something to really keep in mind. If you keep being drawn to something after visualizing a reality for yourself, and you ignore that action, then you might block your own quantum shift, your quantum movement to happen. So taking inspired actions after you're visualizing and feeling from your feminine energy is incredibly important. Another tool to help boost your visualizations, help boost the energy that you want to get into your dream reality, is affirmations. And if you've been following me for a while, you may know that my current channel, I'm focusing on making subliminals as well for you guys, because affirmations have been the number one thing to help me shift out of a lack mindset. My moon is in Gemini, so you may want to check out as well, like your moon sign in astrology, for what your manifestation technique may be. And even your Neptune can say something about that. So my Neptune is in Aquarius and my moon is in Gemini. So obviously I'm a very air type of person when it comes to how I connect to my spirituality, the other realms, and my manifestation power. When you have, for example, an air sign in your moon or in your Neptune is another example, you may find yourself more drawn to words. I at least do. Like, I feel very drawn to words. When maybe you have a water sign there, maybe visualizing comes a lot easier to you when you have a water moon or a water Neptune. And if you have an earth Neptune or moon, maybe you really like to do practical little rituals for your manifestation. And a fire type of moon manifest from a certain action as well. So for you, it may be like, okay, I want that dream body. The first thing I'm going to do is be at a gym. Like, I'm going to start with some sort of movement for it and then visualize it more and step into it more. So you can use your astrology as well to help you find out how you can really manifest even more in alignment with your own unique energy. The power of your words in manifesting is extremely important to keep in mind as well, because let's say you are trying to manifest more money for yourself, right? More material abundance. But the way that you are talking about money is like, yeah, but I cannot afford that. Then you're already kind of showing the universe that thought pattern, that frequency of lack. So that was something I had to learn as well, because I come from a family where there actually is a lot of money, but there isn't a lot of abundant mindsets where I live and how I grew up has been extremely privileged compared to a lot of other people that I know. But I didn't always feel, just because I grew up around money, that I was in an abundant energy, because I didn't get that from certain people around me. It was still, the money talk was still like, I cannot afford this, or I need to do more in order to afford this, or fear around losing the money. So money, wealth, abundance goes far beyond the money that you may have in your bank account. It really is as well, how do you view money? How do you interact with money? And if you want to attract more money, then you need to start by talking about money in a way that's loving, in a way that's trusting, and you will change the frequency of yourself to attract more abundance, monetary abundance into your life, because abundance is already all around you. And by affirming that more through the way you speak about it and adding in that gratitude, like if you earn $5 for a print that you sell, instead of being like, $5, I fucking need a lot more. Just say thank you for it. Say thank you for every little thing, and you'll start to see your reality shift, because the universe loves being loved, just like we all do. And the more we feel loved, the more love we want to give. And the universe is much like that. Like, the more you love it and the things that you get, the more that it wants to give to you. So that leaves us to one of the most important things around this whole shifting your dream reality, because you can visualize, affirm, journal, be grateful. You can do all these things. But if that is not met with you changing limiting beliefs and doing your shadow work, then you'll still operate in your older frequency. It's not one of those things where it's just like, sometimes I see those channels saying, oh, you just have to fake it till you make it. You just have to give the toxic positivity until it's true. And I personally do not believe that that's the method for shifting your reality. I think that just as much as having to sit with all the gratitude and positive beliefs, sometimes we equally need to sit with our negative beliefs, and not in a way of judging them, but doing the shadow work to kind of allow them to not hold us back and to kind of dance with our demons around it a little bit, to embrace it. So for example, becoming more aware of your shadow around money, your lax mindset around money. You don't have to continue to tell yourself, I have no limiting beliefs at all. But there is a way of reprogramming it and seeing that wound. And because you're seeing it, you're acknowledging it, you're even crying with it, you're sitting with that negative emotion, you allow it to flow through you. You allow it to be released more. So you cannot really fake it till you make it. You have to get through it to go through it, to get out of it. So let's say I have a limiting belief around money, or someone has a limiting belief around money. It's not about repressing that and being like, no, I'm so happy, I'm so grateful, I'm so abundant, I'm so luxurious. No, it's about acknowledging, oh, you know what? This comes from my family dynamic of, let's say, people having a lack mindset, or feeling like I always had to be more productive in order to be worthy of money. So now that I relax, I feel sometimes a lack mindset creep in, because in my inner child, I still sometimes tend to associate rest with lack of productivity, with that will make less money. Hence, you will be less successful, or whatever it may be. And then you're like, now I know where that comes from. Let's change that belief. And for example, your current reality is like, I actually think rest is being in my feminine energy, is attracting rather than chasing. And money loves to be flowing to me. So I can attract money even when I'm resting, and I will, and I am doing so. And then you're changing that belief. So you cannot just change it without understanding the root of it, without seeing where it comes from. So that shadow work really needs to happen before you can really shift the belief, really shift the frequency. Next to limiting beliefs, there's also limiting habits. So look at your habits as well. And sometimes that's hard. We don't want to own that we're the problem. We sometimes don't want to own up that we have a hand in creating a certain struggle for ourselves, but we all do. And that's okay. You don't have to feel ashamed for that, because the beautiful thing is that you can change. You can change your reality. You can change your habits. You can change your thought patterns. You can change the way you feel in your body. All of it is changeable. So even if you're doing some things that may not necessarily aid your new reality, you have a chance to start over and try again and do better. And that is amazing. So don't feel bad about that. Like, oh, I should have been more disciplined. Well, you maybe, but you weren't, and now you're going to be. And that is so incredibly powerful of you. So don't beat yourself, your past self up. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just choose to do it different this time around. And that will lead me into a very important thing that is going to happen as you start doing your shadow work. You start doing your affirmations, your journaling, you're visualizing it, you're really stepping into the energy of your new reality. You're doing the right habits, you're focusing on these things, you're surrounding yourself with the things that you want. What is going to happen is that you're going to have to make room for these things to come in, and other things are going to start falling away. You're going to be tested a little bit. Like, how bad do you want it? And what are you willing to let go of for this to come in? So maybe old friends are going to start feeling like you're not resonating with them anymore. And that's the universe's way of saying, but you said you wanted high value friendships. So are you gonna make room for that and let go of frequency you have around these people? You said you wanted that job. Are you going to trust the universe enough to quit your old job or to work less hours at your old job so we can bring in the new job for you? You said you wanted more money. So can you let go of overworking yourself on this thing, because we're trying to get you a new thing to make you more money. But if you're going to stick to your old reality, it's your way of showing the universe, I rather want my old reality. But in the beginning, that can feel very scary, like friends falling away, things that you used to love not resonating with you anymore. But if that's happening to you, you're on the right track. You're quantum leaping into a new reality and you're making room. Because in order to let something in, you have to let something go. That's how it works. There are 2 more tips that I want to give you. So now that you've had to let go and you maybe feel stripped down off of your old beliefs, your old habits, the people that you used to interact with, and you're kind of there like maybe a little bit lonely. For me, it was very lonely. My first spiritual awakening, I was like, everything fell away and I was just there with the one and only 𝐂𝐇𝐏𝐄𝐑𝐒. And that's it. You know, I didn't have much left when it comes to friendships. I really had my beautiful family and like one friend, and I was like, damn, you know, what did I get myself into? But I couldn't go back. Once you close the door, I felt like I couldn't go back. And just letting you know, if sometimes that's very lonely for you, that amount of shifting your reality, I feel you. And I hope that on this channel you can find some comfort, because it's been a main reason for me to build this channel, to make people feel less lonely and know that there are people in the same boat with you. But when this is happening, this is a golden opportunity you get for a clean slate to shift things around. It's important to now start to surround yourself with the people and things, whatever's in your control at that time, because there are places in our journey where maybe we're not yet meant to surround ourselves with a lot of people. But as much as you can, try and surround yourself with the people and the things that align with your new reality that you want. So for me, like going to a gym where there are people motivated to work on their own body was something in my control that I could surround myself with. So I started to do more of that, or my own online community, trying to find these things that hold the frequency of where you want to go and move towards is already going to help you shift more into that as well. And the last one is to remain disciplined in working towards what it is that you want. And discipline is not you having to go and be in your masculine energy every day and hustle and grind. Discipline sometimes is like, I'm disciplined to rest now. I'm disciplined towards healing myself and resting and slowing down and not stepping into that old reality of like, go, go, go. And being responsible for yourself as well. That sometimes we have like bad habits or negative emotions and we're like, yeah, because that one person said this to me, Or you said this to me, and it's like, no, you have to be responsible for your own triggers, for your own negative emotions. If you are triggered by what someone says online, then why the fuck are you watching in the first place? That's on you. That's not on them. That's on you. So you can't do that. You can't shift the responsibility on someone else. You have to be responsible for what you associate yourself with. And when you are able to be responsible, you're able to change it, and you're able to shift even more gracefully into your next reality, knowing that you are the problem and the solution at the same time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much.